Okay, Matt, this one's just for you. You wanted to see how I was plumbing the aquaponic system, so here we go. The theory behind this is referred to as a CHOP 2. CHOP being constant height, one pump. One of the aquaponics things I heard one time was one God, one country, one pump. So that's the way we plumb it. So anyway, so I've gone over the basics of the system before, so this is just about the plumbing. Down here in the bottom there is a sump, and it's pumping up this line right here. If I follow up the line, it goes over to this Y and then up into the fish tank there, and that's the volume I've got going in there. To get out of the fish tank, there's two ways. First off, this is just an emergency overflow, and that comes out there and right back into the sump tank. This one here, this is the slow, and I'm gonna here.
I'll hold it.
Okay, so I'm gonna pull the slow off so you can see it. I'm gonna hold my hand off so I don't drain the tank. So this is just a pipe that goes down. That is a shower drain that I put on there just so it doesn't suck fish up, and that does a good job of that. So as the water rises, it goes up the tube and then goes across this horizontal one and then out the drain over here. There's a hole in the top here to prevent it from forming a siphon. Okay. As the water comes out this tube here, it comes down around and into this first filter.
And it comes in, whoops, at the bottom of this.
So that's an 1.5-inch pipe going into an 1.5-inch uniseal at the bottom. Okay?
Okay, I'm getting glare.
Okay, so it's hard to see, but coming into here in the bottom, this is where it enters, and it just comes shooting up there. And I use a sweet 90 there, just because an abrupt 90 would just inhibit the flow of water more.
And you'll notice nothing is glued. It's all easy to take apart and put back together.
Okay. So as the water comes up here, it gets diverted to go straight down. That's the reason this is in here. So the water comes up through the middle, down on the outside, and then it has to change direction a second time to come back up the side here to go out the exit tube, which is right here. Okay. This is another 1.5-inch pipe, 1.5-inch uniseal. By the way, uniseals are awesome. And so that goes to the 1/2-inch uniseal, just connecting these two buckets. Okay. This is a test I'm doing with, this is just plastic straws for media. This is just providing surface area for the microbes to grow on. But inside here, you'll never be able to see it, there's a 90 with a pipe going straight down to near the bottom. So that the water coming into this is forced down to the bottom. And then the way the water gets out is through this standpipe here. The hole is low on the bucket on this back side with a 90 coming up so that the water comes in at the bottom and has to exit at the top. This is just to keep the pieces of straw from going down that pipe.
But it's just a pipe there, just 1.5 inches.
Yeah, it's just like a piece of Scotch-Brite that's wrapped around the end of the pipe. Very coarse. Okay? And then it exits. Oop. Should have thought that one through. Would you pull that out, honey?
Yeah.
And then it exits back there. Okay? And after it exits, it goes and swoops down back into the fish tank. Okay? There is no air being pumped into this tank right now. All those bubbles you see are exactly what's being forced in there just from the water going through that hose. So that's a bonus. Okay. Now, if you remember, we're going to go back up here to where the water's coming from the pump. There's the Y. Goes along there. Check valve, because we don't want the water to go back from the grow beds back in the sump tank, because the sump tank would never hold it all. Goes into a T, a valve so I can control how much water is going into each grow bed. 90 up into a uniseal. By the way, did I mention I like uniseals? Okay, and that's how the water is getting into this grow bed, the first of 5. The way the water gets out is there's just a uniseal there, slightly bigger hose, and nothing. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can see it. So it's just a pipe just for it to exit. The one down there is where it's coming in. There's an air line there. Just a couple of clay pots holding that down. So the water comes down that pipe, loops around, comes back up here. This little 90T90 is just mounted to the side there, and that's to control the height of the water in the tank, and then it goes straight down right into the drain pipe. And I don't know if you can see the water flowing through there. Fun times. Anyway, drain pipe, holes drilled in it so we can have a little NFT business going on. Back along there and back down and into the sump tank. And that, my friend, is how it's plumbed. Let me know if you've got any further questions. Have a good day. Bye.